so I figured let's do a little chat. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button, turn your bell on, and turn those post notifications on, you guys. I'm Nicole, and welcome back to my channel where you will see me and my daughter on our crazy adventures and our journey in life. So yeah, let's get into this, you guys, because a lot of you guys have me blindfolded, I guess. You guys think I'm really blindfolded, so let's have a chat, you guys, okay? The question is that everybody's infamously wanting to know, is Nicole okay? Well, is Nicole okay? Well, guess we're gonna get into this because a lot of y'all just have so many weird assumptions and crazy diagnoses and just anything in general. Let me tell you, I'm being serious here. I am physically doing okay. Mentally, I am in a lot better place than I was when I had gave birth to my daughter. When I had gave birth, I knew shortly after my grandfather had passed, I was dealing with postpartum depression. How I knew I was dealing with postpartum depression is because, like, my addictions of, like, my drinking and stuff that I'm not really gonna talk too much into, it was, like, starting to come back. I dealt with more than just drinking and taking pills as, like, addiction. I had struggled with a little bit more of addictions. And I started noticing that, and there was times where I was a lot more frustrated, angry, and it just goes a lot into depth about it. Now fast forward, my daughter is getting ready to go into 4 months of being 4 months, and I feel perfectly good. I mean, I do have my days. I mean, I think if any parent out there was going through just like what I'm going through, I think, you know, the question is, hey, is he or she or them doing good, whatever. And I'm doing fine. I think I'm handling a lot of the stuff I'm going through a lot better than I think I would have handled any situation a couple of years ago. I don't care for things like I used to. I crave so much peace than I ever have. Yeah, I may stir some pots up sometimes, okay? Because I get very defensive and very overprotecting of what I feel I want in my life and what I know it's for me, or just anything that involves me or anyone around me. And I have came to that acceptance that I can't control that. And I need to just, like, calm my binoculars down a little bit because, you know, I have to trust God on that. I have to trust him and believe that he has his plan and purpose. And if it may take 10 years from now to do it, then let it be. You know, like, just let it be. I am dealing with a lot physically and mentally. If I felt like I was not doing okay, I would have been like, hey, you know, I feel like I'm struggling again. I feel like I may have similar symptoms of postpartum depression again, this and that. Because when I suspected it in the beginning, I had been very open about it. Before my daughter was born, I know I was talking to, like, her father a lot about the topic of it, and my huge fear was postpartum depression. I felt like I was afraid because of just a lot of my traumas I deal with, just trying to balance, wondering if I was gonna even be able to do this on my own. And like I said, we're going 4 months in now. Yeah, I may not have everything together right now. I may not have, you know, a job correctly right now. I may not have a vehicle. I may not have my own roof over my head, okay? You know, I may, you know, shut people out, or I may keep myself and my daughter away from people at times and just stay in my area. You know, it's not anything intentionally. It's just sometimes you could feel so much of that negativity and that toxicity. And like I said, I'm not who I was a couple years ago. I didn't care about being around it. Like I said, I was just so heavily medicated and just in my own error that I didn't care what the hell happened to me. And so, like, I literally isolate myself, you know, and people will literally, you know, judge and say some stuff and they'll deny it, but I don't need them to admit it. But just because if I decide to keep my daughter and I in a certain part or just anything in general, it's for my mental health and just for my daughter's well-being. I don't think like when my daughter gets older, I would want her anything like that. I don't think it's healthy, and I just don't think it's something to be in or a part of. I'm very blessed and I'm grateful for a lot of things in life. A lot of things that I have taken for granted years ago, I take more for granted now than I ever have. I still have a lot of growth to do. I still have a lot of things to overcome and heal from. But mentally and physically, I feel like I'm okay. Like I said, I do struggle some days to get out of the bed, but by far mean it does not mean I'm depressed or I'm going through something or I'm hostility or whatever the case is. It's because I'm on overdrive. I do take care of my child around the clock on my own. And I'm not complaining or ungrateful for that, because I'm beyond by any means grateful for that. Because growing up, I didn't have that. So I feel that's a true blessing from God, that a job offer had went sideways and I was still able to be with my daughter around the clock, especially since she's been sick lately. I feel very blessed for that. Like, I'm pretty sure there's moms or dads or whoever out there that could understand that if they're caregivers, it don't have to be kids, but you would understand technically, if you're relating to this, that there's days where you mentally and physically cannot get out of the bed, but you still get your butt out of the bed. And that's just something that's part of life. And there's people who will admit things and people who wouldn't. And I'm here to stand here and tell you that, I'm human. Yeah, I'm a mom. I'm 27 years old. But I'm not afraid to say and be like, listen, I know my daughter needs to go and do certain things. But I know there's days where I say, like, hey, it's okay that I'm here, like, it's okay that I'm struggling today. Just because I'm in this bubble, I'm in this area, by far means it does not mean that I have things that I have planned around me in my area that I'm in for my daughter to be proactive and still to develop and grow and do things for her brain stimulant and just much more. And people well, how do you know so much about things if you're a first-time mom or don't have much? Because you say, just because I don't have that much influences that kind of direct me like where I need to be and where I feel is best for me, it does not mean by far most I don't know what to do for my daughter when I'm in those days. I feel like it is so important to prioritize yourself. Yes, it's important to be around people too and to make, yourself out and breathe air and just functionalities and stuff like that. That is totally normal. And I'm here to say that's okay to normalize that a part of your schedule. In my situation, it's very extremely challenging to do that because you just feel so much of that toxicity. And I can't wait until I gain a lot of my independency back and I have like my own little place for me and my daughter. That's like something of my huge goal, because like before I left Florida, I felt like my mental health was so much better. I didn't feel so foggy. I was happy. I was doing great. And, like I said, yeah, my daughter came. It wasn't something that was planned or expected, but, things happen. And I feel like God has those for a reason. I feel like day by day, I'm learning more about life and I'm taking more things for granted than I ever had. And now, I'm trying to learn how to be blessed more than I ever had. Like I said, I'm dealing with a lot. It's not just, my situation, but it's a lot with my daughter and just trying to fight for what I believe is correct for her. And I'm learning day by day, it is mentally and physically exhausting. It is exhausting, especially when you still love somebody, because they're not really a bad person. They're not. It's the fucking situation that they're in that's beyond fucked up. And it's confusing as fuck. That I will say. But at the end of the day, it's no longer about the two individuals. It's about her. Like I said, I'm doing great. I appreciate for those who've been concerned and wondering how I'm mentally and physically doing. If I ever felt like I needed to like tell you, hey, I'm struggling in that extent, I will tell you. I do not talk about inner stuff because I don't trust not a damn fucking person. There's one person I'll probably trust more than anything because I felt so safe talking to that person. And if that person ever does watch this, you know, I appreciate everything you do and have. And you're literally the only person I pretty much trust when it comes to talking. I'm very precautious on who I open up to and just anything in general. I just don't open up my heart nor to anybody. I've been judged, I've been hurt. People sit there and give me advice and it's like, oh, try medication, try this, try that. And I'm sitting here like, why is it gotta be medication? I'm not saying I'm against medicine. I'm not, okay? Everybody has their own little thing. Listen, if I can go be 420 friendly again, I would. Trust me, I would. It was like the best medicine I had, and I miss it because it helped a lot of my anxiety. It helped me sleep. It was just something that I was good with. I mean, I would go to work like that. Let me tell you, it would help me with working. Like, it was something that I wish I could still have. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, I am doing okay. If I ever feel like there's a concern or anything, I will let you guys know. But I am great. I'm healthy and well. I think I may be getting a little scratchy throat. My daughter is currently sick and it is very hard. Like, she's been sick and I feel bad because these pediatrician people probably like, oh, she's back, she's back. I'm not trying to be back. I'm not really trying to be. I don't know what's going on lately. I just don't know. But yeah, bye guys.